In a tree hangs a fruit. She stands apart from her sisters of the branch. They call her hope. No, they call her remembrance. No, sadness. Or is it decadence? On a scorched plain, a tree. The tree is both mother and father. The mawpaw tree. Z was a tree that understood their worth. Z took pride in every twisted bough, scraping rainwater right from the clouds' tender underbellies. Z took pride in their fruit. On an earth was a scorched plain, with a face whose apple cheeks once gleamed with the sheen of playful waves of sweet water. Now the solo star that has this planet in its orbit has drunk away the waves and has cracked the plain's face cruelly. Spinning around this solo star, this second Earth, called Prysmion. This is a forsaken place. But it wasn't always this way. Once there were billions of people there. People not unlike you. Or you. Or you. Families, tribes that looked out for one another, played together, fed each other, sang, danced. They laid in the grass when Prysmion was still green. They would lay on their backs and lay atop one another's stomachs, watching the clouds pass through the sky, watching light rain come down on a summer's eve. I take you back to the first line I spoke this evening, about the fruit, because our story really does begin here. The fruit in question, a persimmon. In full light, warmed by the sun, she hung 8 miles above the ground. It was undeniable that there was something special about her. All her sisters knew it, and most importantly, the mawpaw tree knew it. The roots of the mawpaw tree ran straight through the other side of Prysmion, straight through the core and up through the other end. And so there was no living thing on the planet that thrived like the mawpaw tree. And even still, when the perfect persimmon first appeared as a bud on the end of a high branch, the mawpaw tree began to shrivel slightly, deepening the grooves in their bark. She gave everything she had to the perfect persimmon, knowing in their wooden heart that this fruit possessed something otherworldly inside. The persimmon knew it, her sisters knew it, the mawpaw tree knew it, and so did someone else. Magpie knew it. Each day, he would fly from his nest to the mawpaw tree, scouring the ground for fallen fruit and insects. Something had caught his ear one day, like a chorus of sunflowers. And so he flew to the tippy top of the mapaw tree, and there she was, still only an adolescent, and yet so ripe. Magpie was enraptured by her beauty, her poise, the patient way her sunny flank wrapped around her soft inner flesh, the sensitivity in which her 4 leaves cradled her head. Magpie found himself perched upon Persimone's branch, talking with her endlessly. An afternoon turned purple as the sun set, and Magpie waited until Persimmon fell asleep. And then he watched her sleep for some time, before finally flying home, only to return the next day, and the next, wasting away afternoon after afternoon, sunset after sunset. He called her hope. No, he called her remembrance. No, sadness. Or was it decadence? Magpie and Persimmon loved each other very much. They really did. Persimmon loved Magpie because he made her feel special. And she was very young indeed, so being special was the most important thing she could imagine. Magpie loved Persimmon because very soon, when she was even larger and even riper, he was going to have the pleasure of eating her. He was going to be the only one to eat her, and that made him feel special.
Hello?
Beth, it's me.
Hey, sis.
Sorry it's been so long.
Yeah, I was getting worried.
I know. How are things in the Lower East Boughs?
We don't have to do this part.
What part?
Well, the part where I tell you everything's the same down here and where you ask how we're all doing so that you can prove that you still care. We know you care.
Beth.
So, life at the top? What's happening?
Beth, now
Tell me, sis.
I met somebody.
What? Who? What?
Don't freak out.
Okay, well, you're saying that, which tells me I have a reason to freak out.
It's a magpie. He's a magpie.
You're not old enough to be talking to magpies.
You don't understand. He loves me.
Magpies don't love persimmons. Magpies love to eat persimmons.
Shut up.
You are not old enough. You can't talk to him again.
It's too late for that. And who are you to forbid me? Because of what? Jealousy?
Magpies don't love persimmons.
Shut your fucking mouth, bitch!
Yes?
Tessa, it's me.
Well.
Tessa, can I ask your advice on something?
Oh, okay. You don't want to ask Beth or somebody? She's the oldest.
I think I'd prefer the opinion of somebody who's not so bitter yet.
All right. What's going on?
Say, I'm meant for something important.
You are. You are the pride and joy of the mapaw tree, the crown jewel.
Yeah, the perfect persimmon, I know. This is something else. I feel it inside me. There's something, it's always been different. Inside me, something otherworldly inside. And I think I might have met somebody that sees that in me too.
Somebody other than us?
Tessa, don't take it personally. It's not like the love of my sisters isn't good enough for me.
Well, I didn't say that.
Tessa, let me finish. This somebody, he's a magpie.
Oh. Sis. Magpies don't love persimmons.
Persimmon!
I wanted to make sure I still see you today.
Of course, nothing's changed, my love. My princess.
Okay, thanks.
My angel.
Hello?
I have something to tell you.
Oh, is everything fine?
Oh, more than fine. I finally found her. She's the perfect specimen.
Where?
As if I'd tell you. She's incredible. Round, plump, juicy. She's been growing larger and larger each day. There's something about that fruit. Something otherworldly inside.
When are you going?
Tonight. I can tell the time is right. When I was with her yesterday, I could smell her sweet, fragrant flesh so strongly I thought I would lose control right then. But I didn't. I insisted myself. I have to wait one more day, and then she'll be perfect. I'll see her this afternoon, and then we'll watch the sunset together, just the same as every other day. And then I'll make my move.
Well, are you just telling me this to make me jealous?
I had to tell someone. I'm too proud to keep it to myself. Sigmund, she's in love with me.
You're a lowlife.
You eat severed worms, asses. You're a lowlife. I'm on top now.
Go fuck yourself. Call me when you do it. I want the details.
You got it.
Sis,
Yeah, Chris, it's me.
I just heard from Beth.
Great.
I'm not gonna lecture you. Just be careful.
Of course I'll be careful. I'm not stupid.
I don't think you're stupid or anything like that. I think you're great. You're wonderful and loving and trusting. And you know that. And he knows that. I'm not worried about you. I'm worried about him. Trust us when we say you have to be careful.
Why do you guys always talk like you know what it's like to be me?
Because we were all your age once.
Well, yeah, but not.
Special? Yeah, I guess not.
Nothing's gonna happen. He's never even laid a feather on me.
Good. That's good. Just,
And I'll call if things get hairy.
and I'm over here on the southern bows. There's not much I can do to help.
I'm gonna be fine.
Swear to me.
I swear, Chris.
Fill me in. Hello? Dude?
Something is happening.
What are you talking about? Did you do it?
There was something inside that persimmon. Something otherworldly.
You mentioned that before.
And when she screamed, it sounded like this. There was something otherworldly inside, and I think it's inside me now.
Hello? Hello? Dude? Dude?
When the planet began to dry out, there was a great clamoring. People dropped themselves off cliffs, and wagons of fruit were overturned in the marketplaces. Then on top of these overturned wagons, brothers would stand and swear by the lives of their hero fathers that they would find water elsewhere, that there was no reason to panic. But there was no elsewhere. Water retreated deeper and deeper into Prysmion, so the people began to drill it out, fill it with holes. The deeper they dug, the more sweet water they drank, so the deeper they dug and the thirstier they got. Crops died. Folks wasted away. Hero fathers stepped on their sons' hands to stop them from reaching for the last jug. If you were to survive on Prysmion, you were one of three things: a tree or shrubbery whose roots ran deeper than all the rest, a creature whose instincts were sharp as their fangs, or a person who did not care what happened to anyone outside of themselves.
Deep breath.
Take lucky number 13.5.
Action.
What are you doing today? You're gonna work in the garden some more? No, I don't think I can help you today. I'm going to the library to tutor Lily. Yeah? She's still struggling with math. No thanks. What do you mean you talked to Lily's parents? What? Why? You don't trust me? Jeez. Okay, so I'm not going to the library today. I'm going someplace else. Why do you care? You're just angry because I'm not home all the time. You want me to be a child. I'm 26. Get off my back. And so what if I do go see the dog fights again? What are you gonna do? Cry about it? Oh, because your little girl doesn't want to be here. She wants to run off all the time. Well, I'm not a little girl anymore, and I'm certainly not your little girl. I've been saving up some money so I can leave. Maybe I hear things. It used to just be pictures. They'd flash across my eyelids whenever I'd fall asleep. I see flames, destruction, total destruction. Something happened last night as I was falling asleep, just as the sun was setting. First there was this flash of light, then a pair of dark, beady eyes appeared, then a beak opening up to swallow me. Then the voice began. It said, Ego verum intus persimmon, ego sum Antichristus, ego verum infantum intrasemen, uno dies ingitur avibus, utinam cherish shitanicis, quartam obscura tunicis quid susimilis, et occurrit mollie nomine lis, quid alta obscura decora, infinit me inventrevium, respondit mihi quartam obscura. Vidi universum duma semin formaminis, erit contraband brutumvi non amplius, et servavit mi liber sum, infernam mundis erit ignis inferna. You don't know Latin, do you? Well, I do. That voice, it's calling out to me for help. It's saying, I was in a persimmon. I am the Antichrist. I was a child inside a seed. One day I was surrounded by birds. I wish you knew. Do you know or do you don't know? Why is it so dark? I wish you knew what it were like. I met a woman named Liz. She was tall, dark, and beautiful. She found me in the belly of the bird, answered the question, why is it so dark? I saw the universe inside the hole. It was disturbing and I was afraid, but no more. Liz saved me. I'm free. Hell, the world will be fire. Hell. We live in this place with shelter over our head, with pancakes, with water that runs out of the tap. It's not like that for the rest of Prysmion. They're feral. This world is a shithole. I've seen it and now I can't stop looking. That voice, it keeps reminding me. I'm afraid if I don't follow the voice, it won't ever stop. I have to go. Goodbye, Mom. Oh, you like my shoes? Thanks.
Very few people remained on Prysmion, quenching their thirst by slamming down canned beverages from when the factories were still running and churning out their beer and soda pop. These people would trade, or if they couldn't get a good trade, they would steal. But some of them still liked to play, just like in the old days. But these games were different. There were no X's and O's drawn in the sand. Instead, men would bet their beer and soda pop on other living things. Dogs. They'd beat the dogs down to break their spirits, then pit them against each other in a ring. One such dog, a very good boy, knew in his heart that this was not the natural way of things. His heart, it had been broken, like all the rest of the dogs and all the rest of the men. But in it, there was still fire. On Prysmion, one other heart beat like that of the very good boy. A young woman with raven hair and ruby red shoes. There is a prophecy that I will share with you, and it is as follows. When the persimmon and magpie's love comes to an end, and the very good boy barks his last bark, the woman with red shoes on will meet someone otherworldly, and they will begin the future.
Stop! I'm gonna kill you, Scrappy.
I can't do this anymore.
Nice try.
I can't do this anymore, Brutus.
Oh, you want to be a good boy? It's too late to be a good boy, Scrappy. It's dog, eat dog, eat dog. Hey, get back here!
Where the hell do you think you're going, Sparky? I'm gonna beat you within an inch of your life when we get home. Looks like he's still breathing. Is he okay? We gotta call somebody. Is he still alive? Oh my god, okay. Do we probably put, what do we do? Like, put pressure on it? Oh, he's alive.
I'm okay.
Oh my god. What? Oh my god.
Bang! Bang! Bang!
What are you? Jesus.
I'm sorry to bring our show to a temporary halt, but I'm afraid I need to make a few things quite clear. The story you're hearing today is about me. What did the bird say of the fruit? That there was something otherworldly inside. And then what did the bird say of himself? That the same was inside himself. There was something hidden in the persimmon, something nestled in one of the seeds, asleep, dormant. Me, the Antichrist, me, put there by the Dark Lord himself for a very particular purpose. I was waiting for the persimmon to fall from the tree, to decompose into the soil and plant me. I was waiting to emerge, to save that planet, Prysmion. That land, not unlike this place, that land of evil and cruelty. I was going to save it with fire. Inferna. Mundus erit ignis inferna, hell, the world will be fire, hell. But then that no-good shit-ass bird ate me. You ever get eaten by a bird? No? Well, then I want you to imagine. Really imagine you're asleep. It is the deepest, warmest, coziest sleep, and this sleep is your whole existence. It is all you have ever known. Your dreams constant and reassuring. You dream about your fate and what's to happen when you emerge. You dream about the golden flames spreading across that dry, dry planet until they're lapping at the clouds' tender underbellies. Every corrupt creature, every evildoer turned into dust, unable to hurt anyone ever again. Now imagine this. Suddenly, you are awakened by the sound of screaming, and for a fragment of a second, a searing light washes over you, and you look into a pair of black eyes as you slide down some wretched beak, and all around yourself is darkness. And then a feeling washes over you, something you've never experienced, something you were never prepared for. I was a light with a burning joy, followed by the surging sense that the world is a vast and never-ending masterpiece, wisdom and humor and cruelty embroidered into the stardust that made everything of its own self large. Larger than anything that could be understood, larger than anything that could be misunderstood. It was perfect and precious and meaningless and loving and perfect and stupid and it fucked me and it was warm and it felt good and I liked it and I was it and it was actually me and I was perfect and precious and meaningless. And then I knew too much. It was all too much, too much. So my brain misfired. And all I knew was the dark, black darkness I was in. I forgot what I was, or that I had a purpose, or that I had ever slept, that I had ever dreamed, that I'd ever believed in anything. And all I could know was that I was in some kind of hole. And then I saw a face in my mind, a woman with raven black hair and old eyes. She was tall and dark and beautiful. And then I heard her name, Liz. So I began to sing to myself, or this Liz, from inside the hole. I sang to her. Et curi mulier domine lis, fuit alta et scura et cora, invenit mi ventre rispondi mi tempurtam oscura. Go on. Go. Not you.
I ran as far from the ring as I could, gunshots echoing behind me. Then eventually they stopped, the yelling stopped, and I was alone, just marching on through the desert.
At some point, I realized that I, the Antichrist, could control the magpie from the inside, but I could not see through its evil eyes. I was utterly blind. So I started to wander aimlessly through the desert.
I just kept moving my feet forward, one step at a time. Heavy, like the cars of a subway train just passing by, one after another.
I walked for quite some time, days maybe, I'm not really sure. I just kept on walking, kept moving this bird's feet forward, one step after another.
At long last, the sun started to rise, and my feet grew too weak to carry me. I walked towards a single tree, standing all by itself on the side of the road. But to my surprise, someone was there already.
I was sitting with my back against the tree, alone, or so I thought. I heard a gruff voice speak to me. It said,
"Are you alive or dead?" And the bird replied,
"Unfortunately, I am alive."
So I sat with the bird, and I asked his name.
I said, "No, don't be fooled. Before we get to that, I need to clear a few things up. I'm not a bird, as it may appear. I'm speaking to you from within the bird." And the stranger said,
"I don't understand. The bird said that he was not a bird, but in the bird. He said he was..."
"The Antichrist."
"The Antichrist."
And I asked, "What are you, stranger?" And the stranger said,
"What do you mean?" "I'm a friend." And the Antichrist said,
"I cannot see, and I want you to describe to me exactly what you are."
"I'm a dog. A good dog. My name is Sparky."
And Sparky took the wing of the bird tenderly in his mouth, and he shook it, and he asked me,
"How did you get in there, Antichrist?"
So I explained. I told him about the persimmon on the branch. I told him about my sleep and about my dreams of fire. I told him about the flash of light and the screaming. I told him about the eyes and the beak that swallowed me and the black, dark blackness that surrounds me now. And I begged him. I asked,
Please, traveler, please use those big, sharp claws of yours and those big, sharp teeth of yours and carve me out of this bird.
And he said,
Now, wait a minute. If I do that, what's gonna happen to me?
You'll die, of course. But I think you understand.
I've spilled a lot of blood.
I know. I can smell it all over you.
But they made me do it. They hit me, starved me, until I did it. They made me hurt other dogs. They made me hurt my friends. And so I had enough. And I hurt them. Dog, eat dog, eat dog.
If you let me out, all of that will go away. All of them. And they'll never hurt anyone ever again.
I'll help you. But I need something from you.
I couldn't imagine what he could want. But he asked me if I would go back to the ring with him late that night while the dog handlers were sleeping in the motel.
I want you to give me the pleasure of letting me kill those bastards. Kill Lem. Kill Hal. All those sons of bitches. I want you to let me have my revenge. And
then Sparky said he would help me. So I said,
he said okay.
Okay. And then the dog fell asleep on the bird's shoulder.
I could hear two voices now speaking to each other. A dog and the Antichrist. And they were heading to the motel where the dog fighters sleep. And I was hot on their tails.
I'm afraid you're going to be okay.
Brutus. Brutus. Get up. I said get up. Don't just stare at me. Get the hell out of here.
Thought I smelled you stinking here.
Who is that, Sparky?
Hi, Hal.
I thought you were smart enough not to bring a knife to a gunfight.
We both know this moment was inevitable.
You were the best there was, Sparks.
And you were the worst.
You were a good dog.
I was bad. I was so bad.
Sparky, what's happening?
You gotta know when to put a good dog down.
I'm sorry. You're gonna have to end the world on your own, Antichrist.
Sparky, no, please.
Just promise me the suffering will end.
Bang.
Dog, eat dog, eat dog.
I'm here.
Who's there? He's dead. He's the one you wanted, right? Well, he's dead.
It's me.
It's who? It's you?
It's Liz.
Liz? Liz. Oh.
I'm here.
Oh, Liz. Oh, Liz.
Do you know or do you don't know? Which part? Why is it so dark? I know I'm supposed to answer that question, but I don't know how to answer that question. They're all bad, Liz. I know. I'm bad, Liz. I know. I'm bad too. You're not bad. You're good. I gave that bad man my money so I could watch his dog hurt other dogs. The dog that got shot last night, I paid to go see him. I wanted to know what it was all about. I wanted to see the world outside of my bubble. But when I did, it was horrible. But I went back. And I went back again. And I kept going. To feel something. I wanted to feel something. You're not bad. Not all bad. Neither are you. I want to get out of here, Liz. I know. I want to get out of this hole. I want to know less. I want to be asleep again. I know. I want to dream again. I know. If I leave the body of this bird, the world will end. It'll be like in my visions, the visions you saw. The fire. I know. I want to fix this. then I also don't. I also just want to lay here, just stay here. I want to leave, even though I don't. I know. I want to know what a smile looks like. I want to hear someone laugh. What's your name?
Once here told the tale of the mart, prideful by birthright, the joy of the mapa tree. Once ye see the state of our love, ate up by birds, fucked up. You'll weep when you feel it, the flash of nothingness before you, lights of the city in the distance, fire-eating mountain